Well, my first experience with the original Pancake House was in 1987. I was fresh out of college and I was working for an architectural firm at the time. And I started eating breakfast at a local diner near the apartments where I lived. And that's where I first experienced the quality food and the quality hospitality that the original Pancake House is known for. The reason I originally decided to invest in the original Pancake House is I was attracted really to the food, the quality of the food in the first place. Later on, I fell in love with the concept, the hospitality that was offered, the care and consideration towards the associates and the guests. Those were the main factors. What I find personally rewarding about operating a restaurant is the people that are involved. Everything in my mind revolves around the people, and primarily around the people that work in the restaurant, and of course the guests as well. But people often think it's about the food, and I think the food is great, but we're much more fascinated by what's going on in people's lives and providing meaningful careers for people that work in our organization. Actually, the reason I first bought the original Pancake House in Dallas was because I had an experience of working in other companies. I'd had quite a few careers, and I always found organizations that I thought could be a little bit better. And so when I found the opportunity, when I was presented with the opportunity to invest and even own and operate the original Pancake House in Dallas, I saw an opportunity to create the kind of company that you would be proud to have your mother work at. And that's really that was the prime motivation to purchase the organization in the first place. Yeah, the lessons I've learned in the restaurant industry about working with people is that people will truly surprise you with their greatness and with their creativity. You know, a lot of careers can be a little stifling or almost robotic, but when you give people an opportunity to be their best, they'll show you their best, and that's what we see a lot, and our guests see it, and we hear that feedback back from our guests. They love being waited on by our servers and the employees of the company, and it just runs throughout the organization. At one time, I was visiting one of our associates that had been hospitalized, and while I was in the waiting room to meet that associate, it turns out there was two other of our associates there with their young daughter, and they were also visiting the associate in the hospital. And they came to me and they said they wanted to take that opportunity to tell us. It was actually a husband and wife team, and they each were servers in two different restaurants in our organization. And they said that they wanted to take that opportunity to thank us that couple had been able to earn enough money to buy their first house in America. And it was very touching. It was particularly touching that we were all sitting there visiting an associate that was ill and hospitalized at the time.